Hi, thank you for joining me today. I am Jackie Horton, your virtual wellness and health specialist. I'm here to promote wellness and good health.
Hi, thank you for joining me today. I am Jackie Horton, your virtual wellness and health specialist. I stress the Horton because I was invited to a podcast and they thought my last name was spelled with the Ten. So I'm just doing a little exaggeration right now. Well, today is Mental Health Monday. And as I stated before, I don't talk about diagnosis, I talk about the behaviors and how the behaviors impact the interaction. I want to talk about prioritizing and how we prioritize our priorities and how those decisions are made individually, and sometimes we do not understand how the person made the decision, and therefore we start to create an interpretation that is always all too negative, because it always goes back to, well, if I were a priority for you, a top priority for you, you would have done this. And just in the way that sounds really is accusatory, and also and creates a very animosity type, environment, you know. So I want to use the example like a child and a parent. So the child invites the parent, who is the provider of the home, to an event. The provider, the parent, state like, I'm going to do everything I can to get there, I promise. However, things did not go as planned for neither one of them. The child was waiting and the parent wasn't able to come. The parent felt guilty but needed to stay at work to get the project done. So once they see each other, the child says, I'm never a priority for you. You don't even care. That was my last game for the season and you weren't even there. And the parent says, oh, I wanted to be there. The reason that I could not leave work was because of that project. That project brings in enough money to pay for your entire summer, you know, program, events, right? And so when they're both in their emotional, state of mind about something, and that emotional state of mind usually is when they're feeling hurt, disappointed, and frustrated, their interpretation goes into a high realm of negativity. And so they can't hear each other. It just gets really mean. And then both parties might start to kind of add more to the stories just to show their point, which obviously leads to distancing, feeling defeated, feeling disillusioned, feeling attacked. And that's not what you want. So when a person is prioritizing their priorities, I think the most fitting thing to do and the most helpful thing to do is to be actively engaged in listening and staying quiet, because there's always a good reason why people do what they do. And it may not help, defeat the feelings of disappointment all the way, but it helps to provide a deeper and greater understanding when a person makes a decision that does not lead to you feeling or becoming their top priorities. Being a top priority is hard to kind of keep in place because things do happen in life that require attention. And so, with the example of a baby, if the baby starts to cry and we're cooking, we're going to turn off the stove and go upstairs and take care of the baby, because that is a top priority, because the baby cannot do for him or herself. However, if we have a 15-year-old who just wants dinner, I mean, we're not going to really adjust our schedule and make that the top priority at the time, because there's a level of independence that is expected. So, going back to prioritizing our priorities has a lot to do with what the person thinks is the best thing to do at that moment. And I would strongly encourage you and advise you to really take the time to talk those things through, so you can really at least get a deeper or a better understanding how the decision was made. Give that to yourself and to the other person, so you can remain connected and also greatly in love. So thank you for joining me today. So make sure you prioritize your priorities and make sure people who think they should be the top priority really understand a little bit more of how you come across making decisions. Thank you so much. You have a great day. Bye-bye.